Good morning, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful, brisk spring morning. It's about 50 out, ideal fishing temperature for me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Glad to have you. Today we're going to be catching some of these pre-spawn crappie. They've been feeding up, been really easy pickings, and they're a ton of fun to catch. We're throwing on some ultralight gear and 1/8 ounce Marabou type jig. Starting out with yellow, probably move on to white, but got a feeling we're going to get some good fish on. Thanks for joining me, everybody. After we do some fishing, I'll show you what gear we're using. Thanks, guys. All right. Suppose first we should check this little pocket. Occasionally we'll get them hiding in here. Bass and whatnot. All right. Let's get some fishes on. Something jumping out there. Maybe they're a little deeper than I thought, but luckily we got some very light line on, so I think I can make it right out there. Give a couple jigs before we pop it up. Sometimes they follow you right up to the bank and jump out as you pull that bait out, and that is frustrating, to say the least. All right, we're going deep. Perfect. There's a substantial drop off right over there. There we go. Our first fish, and it feels like a decent crappie. I would say so. I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Ooh, quite the fight on this ultralight. Yeah, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. Nice little slab right there. Oh, yeah. She's a beaut. You are our target species today, and I'm so glad we caught you. It's a good size one, too. Nice fatty, feeding up. Show you on the big camera. You're our first fish. All right, my friends, our first fish, a very nice looking crappie. Very beautiful white one. Check her out. We're gonna get her back in the water, and we're gonna catch some more and just make the best out of this morning. It is just gorgeous out. It's remarkable how nice these mornings are getting as we progress into spring. This weather is unbelievable. But thanks for being featured on the old channel, my friend. We'll get some more on. That's some sketchy territory. We are asking for a snag, but I think it might be worth it. There's a lot of rocks and timber right over there. I do know this area quite well. I fish it very often. High risk, high reward. There we go. Little one. Little yellow. They got, oops. My bad. They got some serious spinach on them. Got teeny tiny little mouths. It's a tiny one. See if we can pull another one out from right over there. The way we're fishing is I'm pretty much just letting them fall. I am using this ultralight rod. It is a bit harder to control the 1/8 ounce jig on it, but I can get a lot more distance and it's pretty fun. Anyhow, I'm just kind of slowly jigging them. I cast it out, I let it fall, pop it off the bottom with a series of smaller pops. Then I'll kind of experiment and give some bigger ones. Typically, I find these fish kind of hit these types of jigs more often on the fall than not. If I do feel a bite, I try to throw in a nice hook set, but sometimes I'll just start reeling in and feel one on. Once I get to the bank, I do like to kind of play with it, fish it real slow in case we had any followers, try to entice a bite that way, maybe switch directions or retrieve, kind of take it to the side or take it to the other side. Maybe let it sit for a little bit, you know. Just having a good old time with this. One of my favorite baits to fish. I actually have a buddy whipping up a batch of them. Some homemade ones, some quality ones. I'm really excited about. There we go. Another yellow. Oh, I'm working this drag the wrong way. That explains a lot. Fat one. Well, looks to have some sort of little infection on him. Try not to touch that. Pry their little mouths open. Another little yellow one. Turn into a yellow bass day, not so much a crappie day, right? All fun though, all fun. Surprised we haven't had any big brim on at all. I think more as the weather heats up, we'll do some brim episodes. I do love fishing for them too. A little brim cookout. There we go. Real tiny. Another one of them yellows, I don't know. Fighting like it. Yeah. You're just having a yellow bass day. Got you kind of, oh man, it's the same fish. I just touched that weird goop on him. It's the same fish, guys. Got y'all tangled up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Ah! Gosh darn it. I need y'all to, they're very pokey. Alright, look at that. So on the first one it had the same exact mark. Maybe I'll like roll that film again, I don't know. But I'm telling you, I think that's the same fish. It's in the same spot. A nice little yellow one, my friends. I want to say we just caught the same fish back to back, but I don't know. Could be some kind of crazy coincidence, but I think not. Now generally guys, I like to fish these under a bobber. But I forgot my bobber. I've been traveling very lightly fishing lately. I typically bring maybe one bait, maybe two, to make these videos. Otherwise, I, like everyone else, find myself changing up different baits, different methods, but I like to put a float about 2 feet above the bait and pop it around like that, maybe one foot, and it's very productive. But oh, there we go, there's a fish. That was definitely a snag. All right, get this in here before we snag up again. There's a line right out there. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yes. You're not the same one again, are you? Oh, what? Oh, you're spinning. Nope. Nice little one. I did not think we were about to catch a fish, otherwise I wouldn't have been messing around sounding ridiculous over here. A little tiny. It was just a yellow bass day, which is cool because this is probably the one time of year I actually catch them around here when I'm trying to work up some crappie. I don't mind them. The bigger ones actually put up a pretty good fight there. That was kind of funny. Anyhow, as I was saying, we'll go back out there again. I typically like to fish these under a bobber for crappie, but I forgot those, so we're just making do, and it looks like we're just catching a lot of yellow bass, but that's cool with me. It's a fun day still. I bet we'll get a couple more on. Got about an hour left before I gotta, oh, just submerged my foot before I gotta get the day started. Good bite. This drag's really cool, guys. So it's on the back, the rear. I'll show you the reel more later. This is an old school reel. Oh, it looks like a yellow bass, maybe, or white bass. Oh, white. They're slowing down. They were so much fun to catch. Slowing down around here. Before I couldn't get a bait in the water without getting bit by one of these fellas. Good looking one. Not exactly what we're targeting, but I'm more than happy to get one of them on. There we go. Put this out there. Hey, what's up guys? I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it, as always. So we set out to catch some crappie. We ended up getting a good amount of yellow bass, so I was happy with that. They put up a good fight. It's a fun fish to catch, and I don't get to catch them too often. So it's really this time of year, that crappie pre-spawn, it's when I get to catch them. They really don't show up in my area as much. Other times of the year, so it's kind of a special occasion to get them on. I thought that was pretty neat, catching the same fish twice. Also, I'm like 99% positive that was the exact same fish. I mean, what are the odds another one's gonna have the exact same thing in the exact same spot? There's no way. So that was a lot of fun. All right, so we caught them on the Johnson's Beetle bow Marabou jig. So I do not have the original packaging with me right now, unfortunately. I did buy a very large amount of these for a couple other videos. I've featured them in, I don't know, maybe 2-3 other videos now. So when the whites were running really hard, I just bought a ton of them. I mean, they're crazy cheap. I think they're like 8 jigs for under $3, which is a steal, man. These are actually pretty expensive. I did order a couple new makes of them because I love fishing them so much, so a couple new brands, and these are probably the best quantity wise you can get for value. Like, you get a ton of them for really cheap. I mean, majority of places will sell them in like 2-packs, right? Kalen's is really cool, so I featured those. They're like 4 of them for, I can't remember how much, I think $5 or $6, which, and they're really high quality. These are decent. They get the job done. I'm not gonna talk bad about them because, I mean, at that price, you're getting a ton of them. I have had a couple defect ones come in, either missing an eye or with stuff curled around them, you know, like a bad wrap around them or something. But for the most part, they're pretty decent. And you'll find a lot of these that for like $3 or $4, you'll get 1, maybe 2 of them. So I thought that was, I think they're pretty decent. That's why I bought so many of them for white bass fishing, because I did snag them pretty often on the river. Anyhow, those are 1/8 ounce Marabous. I was fishing them on my Croix Panfish, which is a really cool rod. This is a ultralight 6'9" rod. It is, I believe, fast action, and it's a ton of fun to fish. Really great panfish rod. All around, probably one of my nicer ultralight rods, so I always have a good time fishing them. And I got that paired with that retro Abu Garcia reel. It's like this 1980s Dragmaster I've had for a minute now. I've featured that in a couple episodes as well. It's a lot of fun to fish. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it. So be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some good fish on. I'm thinking about doing an episode just trying to target these yellows. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Anyhow, guys, take care. I'll catch y'all later.